Hey guys, Welsknight here, bringing you the brand new episode from Subnautica, and in this episode we're going to be just talking about a couple things. This is going to be a shorter episode, and here's the reason. First and foremost, they released an update to the game, which basically reworked the crafting system and the world generation, which means I had to start over with a new save file, which is fine. However, it also means that I basically had to start everything over. I did manage to get the sea moth back, which is good, among some other things. Now, one issue that I'm running into is whenever I get into the sea moth and move around, my game crashes on me if I am recording at the same time. Doesn't crash instantly, but it crashes before too long. Ow, I'm getting attacked by things. Let's just get out of here. And that's really not conducive to recording. Furthermore, this game is not yet optimized, and you can probably tell from the poor frame rates that I'm getting that my computer just is not really at a point where it likes this game. What? Oh, I guess you're not supposed to touch those. Oh, I'm gonna die. I died. I died and lost some stuff. That was unfortunate. But anyway, so I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to shelve this series after this episode until the game at least is a bit better optimized for recording, and then at which point I will quite possibly come back to it, because I really do enjoy the game. It is a very, very good game, but it's still really early access, and there's still a lot of work that they need to do to get it to release level. So that's kind of my plan. I think this will probably be the last episode, but we're going to accomplish a couple things while we're here. I'm going to show you a little bit of the reworked crafting system and stuff like that, and we'll go from there. So let's see, what can we get rid of? I probably don't need the sand at the moment. We'll grab a little bit more quartz for glass, and I'll show you a couple cool things that I have managed to accomplish and that are changed. So first and foremost, resources now only generate in certain, I guess we'll call them biomes. For example, shallows and whatnot. So if there's a specific resource that you want to find, you have to go to a portion of the world that is that holds that type of resource, and that is a change. It used to be that pretty much any resource could be found just about anywhere. And I think that is a positive change because it gives you more incentive to fully explore the world, whereas previously that was not the case. Also, the crafting system itself has apparently been reworked. I haven't noticed a huge difference myself because I haven't been playing the game for that long, and I hadn't built all the various things that could be built. But apparently that is a change as well. Some of the crafting recipes have been simplified with less mid-crafting. Basically, they've redone the crafting system, and I think from what I read, it all seems like a pretty positive change to me, so that's a good thing. Now, as you can see, I just managed to find some quartz, and that spawns in these shallower areas like this. When you go deeper, say into this area with all of these, whatever reed plants those are called, you won't find any quartz down here. Instead, you'll find different items, like zinc and whatnot. Also, some of the fish, apparently one of the things they reworked with the crafting system was basically the need to gather resources from creatures. Creature loot now is far more important than it used to be, and I think that's a good thing as well. That gives you incentive to explore and find different types of creatures. They've also made certain things much harder to find. I have found a lot more metal, however, in this world than I did in my previous one. As you can see, we just found a whole bunch of metal. My inventory is already full, so I don't have room for it. But just in roughly 30 to 45 minutes of gameplay, I have found enough metal to not only make all of those small storage chests that you saw, but also make a sea moth, all of these air tanks, and I've still got some of those storage chests filled with nothing but metal. So I don't know if that's intentional or if I just got really lucky with my world generation and found a ton of it. But that's definitely an issue that may need to be balanced if it's not just a stroke of good luck on my part, because I have found so much metal. I haven't even gathered all of it. It's just everywhere in this world. So, let's see. Let's count our metal chests. 1, 2. We have a constructor over there. We have a sea moth over there. And then we've got another 3 3 storage chests here. Some of these have metal in them. As I said, lots and lots of metal now, whereas previously it was much harder to find. I did make a welder. Let's see if we can swap those. Maybe not. No, but we can put that in there, and that will open up room for this welder. The welder is an item that either I hadn't noticed previously or that wasn't in the game previously. And what it allows you to do is repair damaged items. So, you can see that this sea moth is slightly damaged, and it's at 87%. So if you right-click it with the welder, you will restore its health, if you will. And we're going to move around in the sea moth a little bit, but not a whole lot, because this is what crashes the game for me when I'm actually recording. When I'm not recording, my computer can handle it just fine, so I don't know what the deal is. But long story short, this is going to be the reason right here that this series is not going to continue, at least for the time being. I will, as I said, I really enjoy this game, so I have every intention of coming back to it once it's been optimized a little bit more for recording purposes. But just for the time being, I think I would rather play a game that's a little bit more stable and that I can get better quality content out of as far as frame rates go. It works fine for me when I'm not recording, so if you're not a YouTuber, you may still very well be very interested in this game. It is a great game. It's a lot of fun. It's a beautiful game. I don't really have a whole lot of complaints with it, honestly. The only problem is my computer, which is not extremely beefy, cannot handle recording and playing this game at the same time. So I think I'm going to have to end this series a little bit prematurely, but I'm hoping that I will be able to come back to it down the road. So guys, I just wanted to explain that to you, and I am going to go ahead and end this episode and this series for the time being. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I really do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.